Welcome everyone, Dr. Thor here. Get ready for another strange and bizarre entry. Well, this is one of the weirdest tools I've ever ran into. I got this because it was just so weird. I can't really find out when this was made, but it looks like the 30s or 40s, possibly the 50s, but I can't find any kind of copyrights or anything else on this. But the concept is very interesting, and this should be a fantastic shifting tool. Now, I always talk about the great need to shift out of common everyday consciousness, meaning eat, cook, clean, work. You got to shift out of that if you want to start doing things of higher consciousness. Divination, pendulum work, psychic readings, working with your radionic machines, using your Triforce system. All of these things require you to shift. And we talk about shifting tools, and with our kits we provide them. So this looked like, and it's kind of a weird thing. It's amazing. DIZ. What? A hypnotic game of skill, which is what got me to buy it. Hypnotism challenges your senses and faculties. Everyone can play and enjoy this fascinating game. And here's the little concept of it, and we'll show it to you. You get this little box with some very unusual cards, and then you try and actually draw them within the box. They give you a little pencil. Here's even the insert. I love all the little inserts. I don't know how much this costs or anything else, but if there's any problems or you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact us. Oh, this is a modern one with eBay. Okay, so I thought it was from the original manufacturer, but it's a good eBay seller. Okay, now, you get these cards here that you insert into this little holder, and let's take a look at them. And you place an actual tracing paper over it. So here's one of them. There doesn't seem to be anything, I mean, they are in a deliberate way here, and I guess since you're using a mirror image of this, that this may be actually confusing. Oops. Because when you look at these shapes and then try and redraw them by doing that from a mirror image, it's probably difficult to do because it's throwing your brain off. But hey, you know, that's perfect for doing any kind of shifting work and psychic work. You want to move out of the common. So here's another, you know, the whole idea is find things, puzzles. This is kind of a brain-eye-hand coordination, which is very effective. But you want to look at puzzles. You know, they have these little metal puzzles. We have the square puzzles, the cubes, the famous Soma blocks. We've used these for years as shifting tools, and there's many other ones. The whole idea is it's something you have to concentrate on and move away from the common. Now, you don't want to strain yourself. You don't want to tire yourself. You just want to make sure that you shift. And that's very important because if you spend too much time trying to do a practice. The whole idea is not to achieve what you're trying to do in terms of if you're building a puzzle or a cube. Well, it's not important that you are successful at it. What's important is you're concentrating, forgetting the day-to-day nonsense, and moving on to a different state of consciousness where you can then realign yourself. Now, here's the special little device. And as you see in this thing here, you're looking through the slit at the top here. And you're looking at what's inside here. Now, what's inside here is a mirror. Okay? So you're looking at the mirror to the design, which is underneath here. So you place these cards over it like this. And then you look through, and then what you do here is, what you're doing here is you put a piece of tracing paper on top of the design. Okay? So the tracing paper allows you to see through, and then you go in and try and draw it by looking at the mirror. Now, the mirror is very difficult to draw from because mirrors do things backwards. How bizarre. Who came up with this? It's so weird, but so interesting, because this is really going to mess with your head. It's going to really change the way you're seeing things, which is going to make it a fantastic shifting tool and a fantastic consciousness changer. And it's a little difficult to get it to stand up and so forth, but see if we can get in there and get a little more of a look. Of course, you're looking at it from the top here, so so that's what you're going to see, and you're going to try and draw in here. Very interesting, which is not going to be easy. Let me put this down here and read what they tell you. BIZ. Why? I don't know. A dizzy? That's supposed to be dizzy business? How good is your nerve control? Can you coordinate your hand with your eye? Will your hand obey your will? Can you draw a straight line? Again, you're looking through a mirror, so it's not as straightforward as you think it is. DIZ is a scientific game which employs the confusing effect of apparent hypnosis. I don't know why it's confusing effect and why it's apparent hypnosis. Don't quite get that. Its great entertainment value lies in its ability to make the most confident of persons do silly things in a serious effort to draw a simple line or design. Will give you many hours of absorbing worthwhile entertainment. Not silly and worthwhile. Makes you smart. Will entertain any number of people at one time and produce great hilarity among the spectators watching you make a fool of yourself, watching you pee your pants. Many people have vomited, so make sure you have towels to clean up. That was a little bit of ad-libbing. Offers great value as a pastime for mental exercise. It's highly beneficial training for children and grown-ups. You don't see that much more. And the results obtained after repeated practice may be extremely useful in the pursuit of precise occupations. Wow. What does that mean? So that's a fancy way in 1936 of saying, hey, baby, this is a brain game. Make it think better. Yeah. It made me brain hurt when I used it. Directions for playing DIZ. Unfold the DIZ their camera and set on table as per illustration on box cover. So they're saying this is a camera. Place a sheet of tracing paper over the DIZ chart and place under the large opening of the camera so that the figure can be clearly seen. Look through the narrow opening on the top of the camera at angle so that the figure is seen in the mirror. So you're looking at the mirror, then trying to draw. Do not look directly down to the figure itself on the paper. If you do that, it kind of is self-defeating. You're trying to draw it from the mirror. So this not only is things kind of wacky there, but you're trying to draw something from not looking directly at it. Try to trace the figure with a pencil. As much as possible, the pencil should not be lifted from the paper until the design is completed. So they want you to keep it down there and not move around. So that's the whole idea of keeping with that odd perspective you get. The charts enclosed are examples of figures for playing the DIZ. I guess that means dizzy. Greater entertainment may be had by creating your own original figures. A simple figure, printed word, or signature may be drawn and passed around to several players who are given an opportunity to duplicate the figure with the DIZ camera in a limited time. Words. numbers or letters can be dictated to a person playing DIZ. You can tell somebody to draw something and have them try and draw it in there by just looking at the mirror. The results will be amazingly funny. So I don't quite get that, but and I'm not sure what's hypnotic about it. You're looking at a mirror. They're doing that. I think that's another kind of key word that they're throwing around there. Let me show you that instructions I just read from. Of course, it's kind of cut off here. So that's all they give you, as well as the pencil here. Let's not forget that. And everybody seems to give you pencils. You get these cards, which are inserted as it shows here in the actual device. You look through the top. So it's quite a cool, it's a cool concept. And I can see what they're trying to do here, creating what they call this thing as a camera here. Which does create a kind of cool optical illusion. I have no idea what the a hypnotic game of skill. I don't know. You hypnotized by a mirror in there. And of course it lies flat like this. It doesn't stand up too well. I'm assuming that could be adjusted somewhat. Not sure how. That certainly is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Make sure that you give this a thumbs up, that you subscribe.